Listen carefully, my friend, because right now, as your eyes trace these words, something profound yet unseen is unfolding in the very space you occupy. Heaven has taken notice of you, not in some distant future, but at this precise moment, and the veil is lifting so you can finally glimpse what has been happening behind the scenes of your long season of waiting and wondering. God says, pause before another anxious prayer, before another plea rises from your lips, and let this truth sink deeply into your spirit. A subtle but dangerous interference has been siphoning the answers meant for you, something so quiet you never suspected it, yet so serious that the Archangel Michael himself has descended, standing beside you now with wings unfurled like a living fortress and his sword ablaze with divine fire. You may suddenly feel warmth, an unexplained breeze, a wave of peace, or tears rising unbidden. That is his presence, not to frighten you, but to reclaim what was never theirs to take. Every heartfelt prayer you poured out, every tear shed in secret, every cry of faith that left your lips pure and sincere, these created brilliant spiritual light that opened doors, drew healing, and summoned favor. Someone near you, perhaps someone you trusted, loved, or even barely noticed, saw that light and, instead of rejoicing, grew jealous. In the unseen realm they reached out, whispering, "Let that blessing come to me instead," mimicking your words to God, trying to redirect the miracles already engraved with your name. Because of this, 183 miracles, yes, 183 specific answers carrying healing, provision, love, opportunity, and joy, were intercepted. Some became beauty on another's face that should have glowed on yours. Some turned into money, open doors, and seasons of ease they enjoyed while you waited in confusion, wondering why your prayers seemed to evaporate, why breakthroughs slipped away at the last second, why exhaustion followed even your strongest faith. You searched your own heart, questioned your worthiness, but God declares loudly, it was never you. Your prayers were perfect. Your faith was radiant. The theft came from jealous hands, not from any lack in you. But today the theft ends. Their final attempt crossed a line heaven refused to tolerate, and Michael was dispatched instantly. The spiritual tether they used has been severed by heavenly fire. The 183 miracles have already been stripped from their grasp and are suspended in the courts of heaven, waiting only for your voice to say, "Yes, Lord, I receive them back, they are mine." Heaven will never force a blessing, even one rightfully yours. It waits for an open heart. That is why this message found you at the exact second it did. That stirring in your chest right now is your own miracles drawing near, longing to land where they were always destined. You have suffered enough. The weight lifts today. The fog clears today. The stolen seasons are sprinting back, multiplied and shining brighter than before. You need no anger, no confrontation. Michael fights for you. The one who borrowed your light is already feeling it fade. What never fit them is slipping away, returning to its true owner, you. In the coming hours and days, expect sudden peace that defies circumstances, joy erupting without reason, tiredness falling away like an old garment, ideas and opportunities flooding your mind, unexpected money appearing, relationships restoring, your face literally glowing in the mirror. These are not coincidences. These are your miracles rushing home, now bigger, better, and multiplied because heaven always repays what was stolen with generous interest. Breathe deeply. You are safe, fiercely loved, and permanently protected. From this moment forward, no one can touch what bears your name. Your next prayer will soar straight to the throne, unhindered and unstoppable. When you finish reading, simply place your hand on your heart and say, "Father, I receive back every miracle that was stolen, with multiplication and overflow. Thank you that it is done." Then watch doors fly open, favor chase you down, love and provision pour like long-awaited rain. You were never forgotten. You were simply in a hidden season, while heaven gathered evidence for the greatest comeback of your life. That comeback begins right now. The heaviness is gone. The chain is broken. Your miracles are no longer lost. They are here, they are yours, and nothing can stop them again. I love you with a love that echoes straight from the heart of God, and I am already celebrating the radiant season you have just stepped into. And as you stand here in this sacred hush, something inside you is already beginning to rise like the first light of dawn after the longest night you have ever known. It starts small, a quiet fluttering in your spirit, a warmth that spreads from your chest to the tips of your fingers, a knowing that settles in your bones and whispers, "It's really over. The waiting is truly finished." That is the first miracle slipping back into place, the miracle of unshakable peace that no circumstance can steal again. Feel it anchoring you, grounding you, making you steady in a way you have not felt in years. In the coming days, people will notice before you even speak. They will look at you twice and say, "Something is different." They will not be able to name it at first, but they will feel the shift, like walking into a room where the air itself has been washed clean. That is the glory that was once diverted, now resting fully on you. That is the oil of joy dripping fresh from heaven, making your face shine and your steps light. Old friends will reach out with trembling voices, drawn by a pull they cannot explain. Strangers will smile longer, speak kinder, offer help before you ask. Doors that were bolted shut for seasons will creak open on their own, as if someone invisible turned the key from the inside. Money will begin to move toward you in ways that make you laugh out loud with wonder. Forgotten invoices will be paid. Random refunds will appear. Opportunities you walked away from years ago will circle back, bigger and better, with apologies attached. Healing will flow through your body like warm rivers. Aches you accepted as normal will vanish overnight. Sleep will wrap you like a blanket woven from mercy, and energy you thought was gone forever will surge through you like you are 20 years younger. Love, deep, honest love, will find you without you hunting for it. The right hearts will recognize yours across crowded rooms, across cities, across silence that once felt lonely. And every single time another miracle lands, you will feel it like a soft kiss on your spirit. A phone call, a message, a knock at the door, a dream in the night that comes true by morning, a sudden provision that covers the exact need you whispered about yesterday. Each one will carry the same gentle signature. I never forgot you. I was only making it perfect. You will wake up some mornings with tears on your pillow, not from pain this time, but from the sheer beauty of being loved this fiercely by a God who counted every stolen moment and turned them into treasures. You will stand in the shower laughing because joy keeps bubbling up and you cannot hold it in. You will catch your reflection and barely recognize the light in your own eyes. You will dance in your kitchen to songs you forgot you loved. You will give extravagantly because lack has become a stranger and generosity now feels like breathing. And one day soon, when the 183 have all come home and brought their multiplied friends with them, you will sit quietly and realize the battle you never knew you were fighting is not only won, it has become your most beautiful testimony. You will tell someone who is weary the same thing heaven is whispering to you right now. Hold on. Your Michael is already on the way. Your miracles are already turning around. Your comeback is closer than you think. Until then, walk like a child who knows the Father is watching and smiling. Speak like someone whose words now carry double weight in the Spirit. Love like someone who has been forgiven much and blessed even more. Live like the favored one you have always been, because the season of restoration has not only begun, it has overtaken you, surrounded you, and claimed you forever. The table is spread. The crown is fitted. The song written just for you is playing louder now. Step fully into it, beloved. This is the life you were born for. This is the season you will never forget. And this overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love pouring over you right now, is only the beginning. And the days will begin to blur together in the sweetest way, because every morning will feel like Christmas, and every night will feel like coming home after a long, long war. You will open your eyes, and the first thought that greets you will no longer be fear or lack, or how will I make it, but a quiet, unshakable laughter in your spirit that says, watch what he does today. You will reach for your phone and find messages you never expected, words of reconciliation, invitations that make your heart race, offers that feel too good to be human. You will step outside, and the sky itself will look bluer, the air sweeter, the sun warmer on your skin, because creation recognizes when a long-held promise finally lands in the arms it was made for. People who once overlooked you will suddenly remember your name and speak it with honor. Places that rejected you will send letters begging you to return. Debts you carried like stones will dissolve like mist in the morning light. Your laughter will heal rooms. Your presence will quiet storms. Children will run to you for no reason. Old wounds will close without scars. And every time you think, it can't possibly get better than this, heaven will smile and prove you joyfully wrong. You will find yourself giving testimonies you never planned to give, because strangers will stop you in stores, in parking lots, on walks, and ask with tears in their eyes, what happened to you? I need whatever you have. And you will tell them, simply, softly, without preaching, that God saw every stolen thing, counted every tear, and turned it all into a flood of glory that no thief can ever touch again. You will become a walking revival, not because you tried, but because overflow refuses to stay contained. One day you will stand in a room you never imagined you would enter, maybe a home you now own debt-free, maybe a stage you were told you would never reach, maybe surrounded by family restored and multiplied, and you will feel the weight of 183 miracles plus every added interest pressing gently against your chest, and you will fall to your knees whispering, I didn't know it could be this good. And a voice you have always known will answer, tender and proud, Beloved, I was only getting started. Years from now, when your hair carries silver threads of wisdom and your hands are lined with a lifetime of miracles handled, you will still catch your breath at how faithfully heaven kept every promise. You will tell your children and their children, there was a season when everything looked lost but God, and your voice will crack with holy wonder, because even after decades of living in the overflow, the memory of his fierce rescue will still bring you to tears of gratitude. And on the quietest nights, when the house is asleep and the stars feel close enough to touch, you will step outside, lift your face to the sky, and feel that same gentle breeze that carried Michael's wings the day everything changed. You will smile, because you know now what you only believed then. The war was never yours to fight. The victory was never in question. The love was never, ever going to let you go. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of the part where heaven runs out of room to store what keeps coming for you. Walk on, radiant one. The best is still ahead, and it is chasing you down with open arms and unstoppable joy. And there will come a morning, soon, so soon, when you wake up and realize the old you is gone, not broken, not erased, but transformed, like a caterpillar who no longer remembers crawling because flying has become the only language your body knows. You will stretch in the quiet and feel a strength that has nothing to do with muscle and everything to do with resurrection. The ceiling above your bed will look different, because you are seeing it now through eyes that have watched heaven overturn every verdict the enemy ever spoke over your life. You will whisper, "Good morning, Father," and the words will feel like keys turning in locks you didn't even know were still closed, because every syllable you speak from this day forward carries creative power that makes darkness retreat and barren places bloom. You will walk through your days, and people will lean in without realizing why, drawn like moths to the quiet flame that now burns steady in your spirit. They will ask for prayer, and healing will leap from your hands before you finish the sentence. They will ask for advice, and wisdom older than your years will flow out like rivers. You will lay your head on the pillow at night, and the angels who once stood guard during your tears will now sing lullabies of celebration, because their assignment has shifted from protection to participation in the greatest love story they have ever witnessed. Sleep will be sweet, deep, and dream-filled with previews of tomorrow's miracles, and you will wake up laughing at how accurate the previews were. Your table will never again lack. Your phone will never again carry only bad news. Your mirror will never again reflect defeat. Your bank account will never again mock your faith. Your body will never again betray the promises written over it before you were born. Your relationships will never again limp. They will dance. Your laughter will never again be forced. It will rise like fountains that have finally broken through concrete. And every single place your foot touches from this moment on will spring up with life, because you are carrying the atmosphere of the throne room in your chest and releasing it everywhere you go. One day you will stand on a mountain, maybe literal, maybe the mountain of everything you once feared, and you will lift your hands not in desperation this time, but in pure, wild worship, and the wind will catch your praise and carry it across nations. People you have never met will wake up changed, because your worship tore something open over their city. Children yet unborn will inherit the blessing that started the day Michael drew his sword for you. Your name will be spoken in rooms of influence with honor you never campaigned for. Your story will be told around fires and in books and across dinner tables long after you have gone home to the one who wrote it, and every telling will end the same way. And look what the Lord did for the one who refused to let go of his hand. Until that final glorious day when you step across the threshold from time into eternity, you will live astonished, never recovering from the goodness of God, never getting over how he turned every stolen thing into a banquet, every tear into a diamond, every midnight into a runway for morning. You will grow old, yes, but you will grow old shining, growing old laughing, growing old with wonder still fresh in your eyes and joy still dripping from your lips. And when at last you see him face to face, when the one who counted every stolen miracle and repaid them with galaxies steps forward to embrace you, he will place his hands on your cheeks, look straight into the eyes that once wept in secret, and say with a smile that holds all of eternity, "Welcome home, my faithful one." Look around. Everything you see, every star, every song, every face rejoicing, was part of the interest I added while you waited. There is no more waiting now. Only forever begins here. And you will fall into his arms laughing and crying at once, because you will finally understand. The 183 miracles were never the point. They were only the invitation. The real gift was always him, and he was with you every single second, turning the theft into the greatest love story ever told. Beloved, if this word slipped into your spirit at the exact moment heaven planned, if it felt like someone finally explained the ache you carried for years, if peace flooded in or tears fell, or your whole body suddenly felt lighter, then don't let this fire stop with you. Take a quiet second right now and press that like button so this same revelation can slide into the feed of someone else who is exhausted, someone who is crying tonight, someone who is one message away from their entire life shifting forever. Then tap subscribe and turn on the little bell, because heaven is not finished speaking. There are more names being called, more urgent downloads coming, more miracles with addresses written in heavenly ink, and you do not want to miss the next one that has your name glowing on it. And if this message just broke a chain you didn't even know was still wrapped around your future, if the atmosphere around you shifted while you read, if you felt Michael's wings brush the room or joy rise up out of nowhere, I invite you right now to plant a seed of pure celebration with a super thanks. Where the Holy Spirit whispers $2, $5, $10, $20, $27, $37, $50, $77, or $100, whatever amount leaps in your heart, release it with a smile, because that act of faith becomes rocket fuel that pulls the rest of your 183 and all their multiplied friends home even faster. Your $2 says, "Thank you, Lord, I believe it's already done. Your $10 says, I receive every stolen blessing back, multiplied sevenfold. Your $20 says, floodgates, stay wide open. Your $50 says, I'm stepping into my wealthy place and bringing others with me. Your $100 says, use me, Lord, to pull thousands into the same freedom while you finish overwhelming me with goodness. Every single seed is prayed over by name. I speak acceleration, restoration, and ridiculous overflow over your life the moment it comes in. You are not just blessing a channel. You are partnering with heaven to drag someone else out of the exact pit you are rising from right now. Thank you for being family, for standing with me so we can keep shining this light until no weary heart has to wait one more unnecessary day. Now go live like the fiercely loved, heavily favored, permanently protected child of the King that you are. Your miracles are no longer on the way. They are here, they are yours, and they are staying. I love you with a love that comes straight from the Father's heart, and I'm already celebrating the testimony about to explode out of your life. See you at the top, where you were always meant to shine.